Welcome to the High Performers Coaching Blueprint. I'm your host, Dr. Mike Axler, and I'm thrilled to launch this new series with you. For those who don't know my background, I hold a PhD in kinesiology and applied physiology. I'm a professor of exercise science, a 60-plus time marathoner and ultramarathoner, and the owner and operator of Axler Concierge Coaching. For over 10 years, my team and I have been deeply embedded in the lives of the world's highest agency, highest performing individuals, from Fortune 500 CEOs and company presidents to elite professional athletes. Over the course of these past 10 years, Axler Concierge Coaching has operated with a degree of intense discretion, a non-negotiable requirement for the high-profile individuals that we serve. This 6-part series is a rare exception to that rule. It's devoted to the breaking down the exact systems and philosophies we use with these top 0.1% performers. We are going to offer a behind-the-scenes look at the blueprint that moves them from success to a state of sustainable excellence, while of course keeping client identities strictly confidential. Whether you're a CEO or simply someone chasing that crucial extra edge, this information will serve as your definitive guide to engineering your own world-class performance. Now, let's address the most common misconception among the driven. When high agency individuals first approach coaching, they often say something along the lines of, "I just need someone to hold me accountable." This is the core lie most people tell themselves, and it's where 99% of coaching models fail the elite. The truth is, if you are operating at the highest levels, running companies, setting records, or managing immense complexity, you are inherently disciplined and already self-accountable. You don't need a babysitter or a cheerleader to simply remind you to do the hard work. For the elite, accountability is the floor, not the ceiling. Relying solely on it is a low-leverage activity that wastes your valuable time and bandwidth, and it misses the actual opportunity for exponential growth. At Axler Concierge Coaching, we understand this distinction. We are not in the business of fixing broken people. We are here to optimize already high-performing machines. Our philosophy recognizes that your success creates a unique set of constraints and blind spots that require a far more sophisticated approach. Our core thesis is that elite coaching moves past simple behavior management to focus entirely on 4 critical pillars: identity, precision, personalization, and trust. In this episode, we're going to dissect what we call the accountability gap and explain why traditional coaching is ill-suited for the elite. Then, we'll dive into the Axler Trifecta before tackling the most powerful component: how we coach identity and not just behavior. We are all too often sold on a generic solution that is built for someone else's problem. So, let's be specific. What exactly is the accountability gap, and why does traditional coaching completely fail the elite? For a high agency individual, a generic bi-weekly check-in focused on whether you completed your to-do list is a low leverage activity that wastes your time. It's treating the symptom and not the root cause. If you needed that kind of basic check, you could hire a virtual assistant. You wouldn't need a premium coach specializing in world-class performance. High performers are defined by how efficiently they allocate their energy and their attention. Your time is literally your most valuable asset. Therefore, coaching must deliver maximum leverage, the highest impact possible, for minimal effort spent in the coaching relationship itself. So, if the elite don't lack discipline, what exactly do they lack? They lack external precision, an unbiased, expert diagnostic eye that can spot the inefficiencies you're too close to see. They lack strategic depth, a truly custom, integrated playbook designed for their unique personal, business, and physical context, not a template to be designed for the masses. And finally, they lack trust and safety, a confidential, high-trust partnership that allows them to explore their most complex, often invisible, self-sabotaging challenges without professional or personal judgment. We've identified the gaps, the pervasive need for external precision, strategic depth, and high-trust partnership. It is now time to introduce the foundational answer to these needs, which I like to call the Axler Trifecta. Precision is the radical shift from vague, aspirational goals to quantifiable metrics and causal inputs. We remove the guesswork from the equation entirely. For example, we don't just tell you to quote unquote sleep better. We work to optimize your REM cycle latency via targeted evening routines designed specifically on objective wearable data and biometrics. This microscopic focus on measurable inputs is the foundation of the high performer's competitive advantage. This level of physiological mastery is so important, it's the subject of our next episode. If you're highly successful, your life is complex. One-size-fits-all templates are useless because your constraints are unique to you. Your plan must account for a global travel schedule, family demands, and a fluctuating cognitive workload. The plan we designed for you is so tailored, so deeply integrated into your specific career, health history, and personality that it would literally break anyone else who tried to follow it. This is the definition of bespoke, elite design. We don't just view the coach as an advisor, we position ourselves as the chief strategy officer for the self. This is a relationship of absolute protected trust. High agency individuals need a completely safe space to be fully honest, to admit deep failures, explore subconscious self-sabotage, and voice private fears without the risk of that vulnerability impacting their career, board, or public image. This deep foundation of guaranteed confidentiality is what allows us to do the truly deep, invisible work that creates lasting change. The Axler Trifecta gives us the strategy and the environment. But for change to be permanent, we have to go deeper than systems and even deeper than trust. We have to touch the core operating system of the self, which means shifting our focus from behavior, which is a symptom, to identity, which is the cure. Most coaching systems focus solely on changing external actions or behavior by demanding more willpower. This leads to a constant, exhausting battle with yourself. When your willpower inevitably gets depleted by a high-stakes meeting or a tough travel day, the forced behavior reverts back to the old default. Instead of coaching the action, we focus on who the client needs to become to make the desired behavior automatic, effortless, and non-negotiable. Our core mantra is, we don't coach habits, we coach the self-concept that creates the habits. For instance, we shift the focus from, I must drag myself out to run at 6 a.m., which is the struggle of behavior, to I am an individual who prioritizes physical vitality and moves before the world wakes up. This is the certainty of identity. The action becomes a natural consequence of the internal belief. This kind of deep self-work is what we explore in detail in episode 4. When you successfully change your identity, the impact isn't isolated to one area. It's systemic. It creates a ripple effect across your entire life. A strengthened self-concept automatically improves your boundary setting in business decisions, the quality of your relationships, your communication style, and your capacity for emotional regulation simultaneously. Identity work is where true zero willpower sustainability is forged. Let's quickly wrap up the Axler philosophy and look ahead at the next phase of the high performers coaching blueprint. To wrap up, the Axler philosophy is an unwavering commitment to moving far beyond simple accountability. We are here to apply world-class precision to your life and to help you evolve your core identity to match the enormous success you've already achieved. How exactly do we start establishing this precision? We start with the physical machine you inhabit. Join us next week for episode 2 of the High Performers Coaching Blueprint, where we dive deep into physiology as a performance lever, the secret to unlocking your body's potential, not just for basic health, but for business, endurance, and life optimization. If this philosophy resonates with you and your experience as a high agency individual, you can find out more information about our process and submit an application for private coaching by clicking the link in the description or visiting axlerconcierge.com. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss another week's episode. See you next time.